Hello, comic book fans. I will be commentating on a story of the Age of Apocalypse. This is a time when Apocalypse rules the Earth after the death of Professor Xavier. If you enjoy comic book related content and want to help this channel grow, tap that subscribe button to join our awesome community. Your support is what keeps us going. We start in an area of the pans called the kennel, where many genetic experiments crossbreeding animals has taken place. For example, crossing a grizzly bear and a Bengal tiger gets you a 9 foot and 1,300 pounds feline hybrid. This creature was created by Dr. Hack McCoy, also known as Beast. Animals here go insane, spending their entire life being confined in the kennel. These poor soldiers are called infinites, and they are helpless and stand a no chance against the grizzly cat. Enter Alex Summers, also known as Havok. He is a head of security and is super annoyed he needs to get involved in animal control. Havok has the ability to absorb and release cosmic energy in the form of plasma blasts. And he revels in the chance to bring the creature down to the ground. You would think that two brothers working together would be able to get on, but this couldn't be further from the truth. Alex suspects Cyclops was involved in the recent incident with two perimeter guards that are in critical condition. Cyclops would be a fool to admit this to his own brother. In this apocalypse world, Cyclops' survival depends on keeping that a secret. Distracted by accusing Cyclops of such treason, the grizzly viciously attacks Alex from behind. Cyclops quickly shoots a blast between them that separates them. Its gaze is now on Cyclops and he knows what will happen next. Cyclops feels sorry for the dumb brute. It doesn't know any better. And at this close range, the grizzly is no longer in one piece. But Cyclops can't help but carefully remember what Sinister instilled into him. A conscience will get you killed. Of course, Alex refuses Cyclops' help. Even in as much pain as he clearly is in. Instead, he is quick to remind Cyclops that Sinister is no longer around to watch his back. So much hatred and resentment towards his own brother. Meanwhile, outside of the heavily fortified walls we are in, is the rubble of old New York. Here approaches an automated transport wagon, filled with more bodies for the good Dr. Hack McCoy to experiment on. However, the patrolling Infinite soldier is in for a surprise. The mutant rebel Jean Grey emerges from her uncomfortable hiding and is relieved to be out of that foul-smelling transport wagon. Using her mutant ability, she animates the unconscious guard to get deeper inside without being noticed. But wait! Jean stumbles with this underwater pressure in her head. It must be the brain trust protecting this place from intruders. She thought she would be immune to that telepathic security. She puts up her telepathic defenses, hoping she would go undetected by the brain trust. With her head still ringing, she leaves the Infinite soldier behind. She will need all her psychic strength to stay alive here. As Jean wanders around, she can't help but think of a time when Sinister helped her and Logan obtain Apocalypse's European strike plans. Jean heard Sinister left this place. No doubt he got caught helping us. No way to get new attack plans from Sinister anymore. She will need to improvise a plan that won't get her killed. But a wolf gets the drop on her. She takes down the wolf-like creature, but at a cost to defenses against the brain trust. Alex has been lurking and takes advantage of this moment. All he could think of is ways to use this against Cyclops. Later that day, in the pans of the kennel, Alex is less agitated. There is a calm in him that Cyclops hasn't seen in a long time. He asks Cyclops to follow him down to McCoy's to show him something. Cyclops prefers to avoid McCoy and his experiments as best he can, but at times it is unavoidable. Cyclops is in for an absolute shock. He cannot believe Jean is in front of him. He was not prepared for this. What was she doing here? That task was for Beast to find out by any means necessary. 3 years ago, in a battle against Magneto's X-Men, Cyclops prevented her from escaping. Sinister and Cyclops tried their best to get her to stay, but she still resisted. Cyclops truly believes she would have come around as planned if Wolverine hadn't freed the woman Cyclops loved. When Cyclops and Wolverine came face to face and stood in the way of their escape, well, things went wrong and cost Cyclops an eye. In this moment, Alex loads every accusation he has at Cyclops. Creatures mysteriously missing or unaccounted for, a series of people breaking out with some insider help, even working with Jean all this time. To prove that none of this is true, he orders Cyclops to execute her, to kill the woman he knows he loves, putting him in an impossible situation. What happens next happens so fast. Alex signals Cannonball to attack from behind. Elizabeth Guthrie increases her size to keep Cyclops down. And they do succeed. Now what to do with a traitor? Cyclops and Jean find themselves at the hands of Beast. Cyclops is unable to open his visor, and with a mutant inhibitor on Jean as a precaution from Beast. Little good it does. As soon as Beast isn't noticing, Jean is able to move the inhibitors just slightly, just enough to remove Cyclops' visor. A risky move, but effective. With her powers battling the Brain Trust and Beast's inhibitor, there is no way she could have known where Cyclops was looking. Deep down, she knew all those things Alex accused Cyclops of were true. And she knows Cyclops is still the same man she remembered and once loved. Before Cyclops can put his visor back on, she grabs his hands and they bolt out of there.
Rags.
In Apocalypse's throne room, he learns of their escape and orders the kennel to be shut down and all prisoners to be called.
Let the weak perish and the strong survive.
What will Alex do once he finds out that Cyclops and Jean escaped? You can find out more with future videos here by subscribing, and check out our related merch. Now, thank you for watching, I hope you had a good time viewing the video, and we'll see you on the next one.